Hey, what's going on? I'm RedEyeAV, recording artist. As I'm working on my next project, I've been trying to dig deep to find motivation and figure out why I'm continuing to do what I do. It led me down kind of a rabbit hole, and I want to share with y'all what it takes to be a recording artist. First half is going to be mindset. It's going to be about what you think about or what you should be thinking. And then I have more practical tidbits, equipment and stuff like that they should acquire. In the second half of the video, I'm going to leave chapter markers on there as well. Links will be below in the description. As I've been an artist for this past, 10, 15 years, I've had success in playlisting, been able to play shows and open up for some really big artists. I've learned a lot. What you have to know is being a recording artist is about your mindset. First thing we're gonna talk about is dedication, being dedicated to what you do, to your craft. You gotta be willing to put in the time to learn, effort, in order to grow your skills and create high quality music, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters. Artist Russ has a really cool quote about this, and he talks about at the end of the day, people care about good music, because if that wasn't the case, or if you could just pay your way into being able to release music and get music to as many people as possible, and everybody with money would do it. But that's not the case all the time. We see big artists fail often, but a lot of it is because of the lack of dedication to the craft. Perseverance. The music industry of doing music, putting music out online, it could be tough, it could be competitive. You may feel like people are not even listening to what you're saying because of all the stuff that's going on. The new Drake album dropped, or this person or that person. It's very important to be resilient and keep pushing forward even when you see things as failure. You put out a song that it didn't work out, or you're trying to produce a song or produce a beat and the sample is not chopping right, or you showed your wife your music or your girl your music and they like, yo, this is trash. So you're like, bro, I've been working on this for the last month. Like, what are you talking about? So it's important to persevere and stick through it, because growth comes from learning and growing in your failures and all of those sorts of things. Another thing is creativity and relatability. Originality is key in music, really, and throughout most industries. And so you should strive to always develop your own unique sound, style, and also relatability. You need to be able to relate your music, whatever you produce, whether even if it's instrumental music, it needs to be able to resonate with another person. Outside of just your mom and them and your friends and all of that sort of stuff, relating with others, it should be the key goal. You can't necessarily say, I want 1 million fans, I want 1 million streams on Spotify. That's nice. I have thousands of streams or whatever. That's cool. But ultimately, it's about relating your music with another person, and whether or not that's going to sit in their spirit, their soul, if it's going to help them or get them through whatever they're going through. Because the problem is if you only focus on creativity, you are going to miss out on longevity. You last when the people relate with you and you build relationships with people through the music. That's how you have longevity. Collaboration, this is something that's hard even for me. Collaborating with others is just something that you have to do as a music professional in general, and it can help you grow. It can help expand your network. It can also challenge you to veer into styles that you haven't done or that you don't often do. Collaborating is definitely key to being a recording artist. The last two, these are kind of like less formulated in how I'm going to talk about them, but it's delusion and contentment. You have to have the delusion that you are going to put out music and you are going to believe in this music more than anybody else will. Because when you start making music, you put it out into the world, and not a lot of people that put that music out on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever, YouTube, wherever you put the music out at, they don't get this big reaction right away. But you still have to have the self-confidence, the delusion that, yo, like, nah, I'm nice. Like, I really am talented at what I do, and I'm dedicated. Even if I'm not Kanye right now, I'm going to be the next me in the next year, 2 years, 5 years. So, and also contentment. It's not about chasing numbers. It's not about chasing stats. That will not sustain you as a person. Think about that as you are shifting your mindset and getting ready to be a recording artist or a musician or rapper or whatever. Not only does becoming a recording artist take a mindset shift, you have to acquire certain things to kind of get things going. Here's some things that you're going to need to start your journey as a recording artist. One, a good microphone, or at least a halfway decent microphone. This is essential for recording high quality vocals or other instruments depending on your genre. I currently use the Audio Technica AT2020. It's a really good condenser mic, and it's very affordable. Now, there are more expensive mics out there, but if you are a person like me that does DIY, I mix my own stuff, I record myself, I distribute my own music, it's very important that you are resourceful and not spending millions of dollars or thousands of dollars and not getting your ROI, your return on investment. A second thing you're gonna need is a DAW, a digital audio workstation. This is in an audio interface. A digital audio workstation is a software that you use on a computer. You also need a computer. I'm just assuming you have that if you're watching this. A digital audio workstation is something that you can record into, produce music into, and also mix your music, getting sounding good so that you can put your music out. And this is very essential in releasing music. I produce and record in FL Studio. FL Studio has been something I've been in for some time now. I used to make my beats in FL Studio only, but with the recent updates of FL Studio, they've gotten really good and competitive with what's going on in the marketplace. So if you're a person that's just starting out, I highly suggest checking out FL Studio. They have a free demo that you can check out and mess around in, and along with a very affordable DAW in comparison to all of the other fancy stuff you hear people talk about, Pro Tools, Ableton, and those are cool. But FL Studio is very user-friendly and it is very affordable. The other thing is the interface. In order to get your music from the real world into a computer, you need hardware that's gonna go into your computer and interact with your software in your DAW. And that's going to be an audio interface. I currently use the Scarlett 2i2. Now, I'm biased because I've had a Scarlett 2i2 previously, and I used it literally until it just didn't work anymore. And I purchased a newer generation. And one thing I like about the Scarlett 2i2 is that it often comes with bundled software. I just bought one and it came with some bundled software, some synthesizers, some compressors. These are things that you're using when you're mixing, making music. And so if you're a person like me and you're starting out, you want to save as much money as possible, but you also want to use a device that's going to take you a long way. So Scarlett 2i2, both the microphone and the interface. Another thing I'm gonna throw on here is some sort of musical instrument or Midi keyboard. It's very important to find a way to maybe create original melodies or things that you can play by hand or strum by hand if you're using the guitar. Even just starting with a small Midi keyboard and playing chords or learning what major chords or power chords are, basically what a lot of the pros do when making music. Right now, I'm currently learning how to play the acoustic guitar so I can take my music to the next level. I have a Midi keyboard that I'm currently using. That's also linked below. The last thing I want to talk about is, and this isn't so much a practical thing that you can purchase, but it's a willingness to have a passion for music and to continue to learn and improve. Don't become stagnant. Don't become set in your ways when it comes to what you're doing in music. Obviously, you have your niche, you have your genre, you have your things that you gravitate towards, but music is just this thing that is also evolving so much, and to be able to adapt, and to be able to grow, and to be able to realize your potential, actualize your potential in yourself is very important. Again, a RedEyeAV, all of those links to the equipment that I use, along with the equipment to shoot my YouTube videos and stuff like that, is below. Please check those out. Those are affiliate links. Anyways, y'all know the slogan, stay smooth. Peace.